3, 2, 1 countdown.
Okay, in 5, 4, 3. Today is October 7, 2013.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the one and only Bad Communication Netcast.
From Tokyo, I'm Alex Kobayashi.
And coming at you live from the lovely city of Tokushima, my name is Hiroki Matsuuchi. And today, hey, dear viewers, we care about you. I know it doesn't seem like that sometimes, but we do. We do care about our live viewers. And we're going to show our appreciation to you guys today by dedicating this show to you, the viewers. So welcome, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to episode number 160 of the Bad Communication Netcast, the video netcast all about Japan. And we are short, once again, one host. Sorry about that. I know you guys all miss Mr. Hawkins.
He'll be back.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Hopefully.
Not like he quit.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
he's enjoying life, doing other stuff. I don't know if any of you guys tuned into, not last week's show, but last week's show. We kind of dropped a hint that Andrew was going to be busy doing something, and we referred you to our April Fool's show, which was a show in which Mr. Hawkins announced that he was going to get married. That actually was not a April Fool's joke. He actually got married last weekend. So congratulations to Andrew and his lovely wife. So
Yay! Congrats, Andrew.
And so that leaves just one left. Dun dun dun.
Do I have to do a proposed joke too?
I don't know. It's all right. Let's skip it for now. Anyway, yeah. So Andrew's kind of loving life, enjoying himself, doing his thing with his family and his wife. So yeah, hopefully he'll be back with us next week. But until then, it will just be Alex and I holding down the fort. Anyway, how was your trip to Osaka? 4 fabulous days.
That's right. I came down for about 4, 5 days to Osaka.
First domestic flight too, right?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting actually, and extremely short too.
Kind of anticlimactic, right? Like the plane goes up, you're up there for about 20 minutes, and the plane goes back down again.
Basically, yeah. Get on the seat, doze off, and then before you know it, they're telling you we're about to get off.
Okay, so what was the highlight of the trip to Osaka? I know you are Tokyo all the time.
Let's see. Well, I guess there's 2. Dotonbori was pretty cool, and that was the first thing I filmed and edited, and it's actually uploading right now onto my channel.
Woo! Check it out, youtube.com/subtokyo.
Yep. The other one probably is, because my channel is all about subculture, Denden Town.
Right.
It was, I don't know, there was so many things I see in Akihabara that I saw in Denden Town that it really felt like a different dimension Akihabara.
Kind of like the same world, same time, but just like slightly parallel universe type thing.
Right. I'm like walking through the street, I'm like, oh, here's the K-books, or here's the gamers, or whatever.
Right, kind of like the Akihabara equivalent of that place in Osaka. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, as somebody who's pretty steeped in subculture, I mean, do you think you could pretty easily pack up and make the move, and would you be just as happy with Denden Town as with Akihabara? I mean, Akihabara's got a lot that Denden Town doesn't have, but...
Mm-hmm. I can manage probably if I really had to.
Oh, cool. So you're going to come back at some point in the near future?
Oh, I hate Osaka.
Good.
No,
good. We don't want you there.
It's the opposite. I fell in love with Osaka.
It's a pretty cool city, isn't it?
Yeah.
And oh my god, the food is so good.
Yeah, we were hanging out together with Mr. Zion Viller.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we have? Okonomiyaki.
Yeah, that was kind of a funky experience, though, wasn't it? I think one of them was Indian curry okonomiyaki.
Yeah, that was pretty unique.
Yeah, unique is a pretty good word for it, I think. Anyway, how was the trip back to Tokyo?
All right.
Uneventful.
Pretty uneventful compared to my arrival in Osaka.
Right.
Which I had to spend the night in Narita.
Yeah, That must have been interesting. Hey, what ended up happening? Did you end up sleeping at a net cafe, or did you just spend the night in the terminal between two chairs?
I found three cozy spots, two which I was kind of kicked out from.
Oh no! Wait, Narita actually closes at night, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
Technically.
it was not until like last summer, I think, that the budget airlines started.
Uh huh.
And when that happened, people started staying at the airport more often.
Hmm.
So before that, they were pretty strict about letting people stay in Narita, but because of that, they kind of loosened up and started letting people stay over.
Hmm.
Well, it was pretty cool actually. So I found like a bench which decided that I was gonna stay in. Well, there's always security officers walking around, so he came up to me and the first thing he asked me was, "Is your flight tomorrow?" I said yes. He's like, "Okay, but you can't stay over here. There's actually a special area you can stay."
Uh-huh.
And so he kind of gathered all the people who were planning to stay overnight, and it was actually like the employee rest area or something.
No way.
Yeah, it was just like it looked like a normal rest area, not secluded or anything, but
Right.
it was just the area dedicated to people to chill until the morning.
Yeah, see, I think that's a pretty fine line they have to walk. Like, if they say, yeah, sure, it's cool for you to spend the night at the airport, then they officially have to keep it open pretty much 24 hours, and they have to provide like facilities.
Hmm.
But if they say no, you can't sleep there, and people do it anyway, they still they got to give you some place to sleep.
Right.
Huh? Interesting. Oh, cool. Well, yeah. Thanks for coming down. That was a blast. I had a good time. USJ was interesting. I thought it would have been cooler if the lines were like half as long, but hey, what can you do?
Yeah, at least I got some pretty cool footage of some unique stuff.
Okay, I guess I won't spoil it. Yeah, there's some pretty cool footage up on or going to be up on youtube.com/subtokyo. So check it out. Anyway,
Yeah, if you're in the area, go check it out too.
before
UFJ.
Yeah, sorry, that's Universal Studios Japan. It's in Osaka. Hey, before we start chatting with our viewers who are racking up some awesome comments and questions in chat, we're gonna get through just a couple stories. The first one is all about kaiten sushi. Did you get a chance to read this one, Alex?
I took a look at it. I think I actually read it before.
Okay, is this an old article? It's pretty new.
Not really, but maybe they retold it or something.
Right.
It's about the new technology where it keeps the freshness for kaiten sushi, right?
Yeah, exactly. Uses QR codes on the bottom of the dishes.
Right. So if I'm getting this straight, well, the main problem for kaiten sushi to most people, I think, is those you never know how long those plates of sushi have been going around in circles.
Yep.
I know by personal experience, I've gone to sushi places and we sat down and been chatting for hours, and then we see the same plate just like going by, and like no one's gonna pick that up.
Yep. Well,
We've seen it like 5 times, 6 times. I'm going around already.
as it makes this round, it becomes like progressively more and more shriveled up and dried up and nasty.
In one like round, you see a fly like sitting on it. No,
Yeah.
usually that doesn't happen.
Somebody once told me that every time a fly lands, it takes a crap. I'm not sure if that's true, but it's something to think about when you see a fly landing on this sushi.
I hate flies.
Anyway,
But anyways, yeah. So the new technology is that they have QR codes or something on the bottom of the plates, and they actually get scanned, like
I think kind of
pretty
like
often, right?
yeah, I think every time it makes a round, it gets scanned.
And it actually, I guess, measures every so often how fresh it is. And I guess when it reaches the limit, it gets taken off the conveyor belt and replaced with something new.
So yeah, just to give you guys a bit of a background, kaiten sushi is also known as conveyor belt sushi, and it's really popular in Japan. It's really popular because it's cheap, in addition to the fact that it's convenient, and it's usually pretty good, I think. But yeah, a lot of these restaurants, they're using, I guess this particular restaurant uses QR codes. However, a lot of the places like, do you guys have Sushi Roll up in Tokyo?
No, actually, I saw my first one.
Sushi
That was
Roll,
in
okay.
Osaka, yeah.
So Sushi Roll is actually, it's pretty cool. They don't use QR codes. They actually use RFID, which are like tiny little microchips embedded into the plastic plates. And when the sushi goes onto the conveyor belt, it kind of ticks a clock. And then every time it goes around, it gets scanned once, so you know exactly how long that particular sushi has been on the belt. Even beyond that, there is a computer that tells the people behind the counter what to make based on what's being sold and how frequently. So because every plate has these QR codes, they can track exactly how much tuna sushi is being sold, at what time to what table, on what day, for example. So this computer kind of figures out the patterns, and it tells the sushi chefs that, okay, on Tuesday, between the hours of 11 and 12, you need to make, 30 pieces of maguro sushi, tuna sushi, and you need to make 12 pieces of egg sushi. And it's actually apparently pretty good at kind of guessing the patterns of customers.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty high tech. Something that, as far as I can tell, doesn't really exist in the United States.
these capsule dishes look pretty cool too.
Have you seen those before?
I've never seen those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither have I. It's the first time for me. Anyway, shall we jump on to our next story before we I'm looking forward to this chat with our viewers. So this next story also comes to us via Rocket News 24 and is titled "A Scientific Analysis of Kiki's Alleged Superhuman Strength." I thought this was pretty funny. Recently, a video was posted by science fiction writer Rikao Yanagida, which, using a scene from the much-loved Studio Ghibli movie Kiki's Delivery Service, attempted to gauge the upper body tensile strength of the titular character. This is Kiki. So if you guys don't know Kiki's Delivery Service, it's about it's a Ghibli film by Miyazaki Hayao, very famous animator in Japan. And there's this one scene where this one character, one of the protagonists, his name is Tombo, he falls from a giant dirigible, and he's caught in midair by Kiki, who is holding a broom. She's a witch, and this one particular physicist, he saw the video and he tried to calculate exactly how much force is exerted on Kiki's body. So she's holding the broom with one hand, and she's holding the other protagonist with the other hand as he's falling and catching him in mid-flight. So he does all of these calculations. I'll pull it up on screen.
I love these doodles.
They're great. The Rocket News 24 ones?
Yeah.
So according to Yanagida, it would require 88 times Tombo's weight to stop him falling in 50 centimeters. So they estimate that he falls about 44.1 meters with acceleration on Earth of 9.8 meters per second squared. It gives you specific speed, and the stopping distance is about 50 centimeters. So it would have to be about 44 newtons, which apparently would exert a force on Kiki's body of 4.4 tons, which is 4,400 kilograms. So pretty much, she's got to be ridiculously strong in terms of upper body strength. But then again, she is a witch, and I guess you can make kind of exceptions in this magical world. Yeah, the Rocket News illustrations are pretty fantastic. Here we go.
Kiki gets like broken.
Yeah. This one right here.
Too much force.
Too much force. Anyway, I think that's all we've got in terms of stories for now. Why don't we take a quick break, and we can chat with our viewers after that. What say you, Alex?
That sounds fabulous.
All right, awesome. Anyway, we've got lots of great, interaction with our guests on the other side of the show. So stick around. See you guys in a bit. Bye-bye. Whoops, sorry about that.
Right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some coffee.
Okay, I guess we can take a short break then. Oh, I've got so many good questions in chat. All right, Alex, are you ready?
Say what?
Ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Welcome back to the show, guys. Oh, sorry. Was that you, Alex? Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. I grabbed some coffee while on break.
Wow.
Welcome back. I hope you guys did too.
What a sweet mug you've got. What does it say on that mug?
It says some Tokyo on it.
No way, dude. Where did you get that awesome mug?
I crafted it with these hands.
Did you really?
Actually, no.
Are you sure
can get it at my Cafe Press store.
Ah, okay. Got it. Oh, yeah, actually, I do have that. Do I still have the t-shirt? Yeah, I do have it back there. Anyway, welcome back, guys. So we're going to take the second half of the show to do something a little bit different. This is something that I don't think we've ever actually done before. We are going to just kind of go through some of the questions you guys have been racking up in chat and, kind of go through them one by one and just talk about them. So if you guys are looking for weird and quirky news stories out of Japan for the next 15 minutes, you're not going to find anything here. Sorry. But we do have some great questions. Let's see. Why don't we start at the beginning? All right, so let's see. So Charo David says, TV Japan commercials are so strange and cool. What's the latest Western TV movie actor starring in one? Trying to do small talk. So I assume he's talking about kind of some of those quirky commercials where popular American Hollywood actors appear in them. And I think the latest one, and probably one of the more longer running ones that I've seen, are the Boss commercials with Tommy Lee Jones. Besides that, I don't know. Actually, I haven't seen many recently. Cameron Diaz used to be one of the cell phone providers, kind of spokespeople, but she was ousted a long time ago in favor of the white dog. Anybody else you can think of?
I don't know. I guess Tommy Lee Jones just leaves a big impression.
Yeah, he does. Oh, so okay.
He's been doing it for so long.
Tommy Lee Jones, he does commercials for a company called Boss, and Boss makes coffee. Are you drinking Boss coffee?
I'm not, but I do have a can of Boss coffee.
Nice.
Handy.
So it's kind of funny because I always thought Tommy Lee Jones kind of looked like the character on the emblem of the Boss coffee, which is like a dude smoking a pipe. But it's really funny, like very often when you talk to people about Tommy Lee Jones, they have no idea that he's an actor.
Yeah.
They just think he's the Boss spokesperson. And, when I have to tell them, like, no, he's actually a pretty popular American Hollywood actor. They're like, no, what movie is he in? Well, he was in Batman, I guess. But yeah, to answer your question, I actually haven't seen so many recently. Every now and again, you get kind of like minor appearances, celebrities in like car commercials. Oh, Bruce Willis has been in a couple car commercials for Daihatsu recently, the Mirai Us.
I haven't been watching TV lately.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think like Alex said, we don't really watch that much TV. Anyway, next question comes to us from KMYKZY. What do you guys do for a living I assume you mean in Japan. So yeah, I guess it's not too much of a taboo to divulge this, but yeah, I'm an English teacher. I don't know if Alex wants to divulge his work as well. In addition to a content creator.
I'm looking for his question.
Oh, it's what do you guys do for a living in?
Oh, that incomplete question. Okay. Yeah, sure. Well, I 90% also teach English, and I also do some graphic design work on the side. And as all of you know, I do videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's the gist of it, I guess.
I would say most of the Western native English-speaking population that lives in Japan does either English education, English teaching, or they are translators if they have a very high proficiency in the Japanese language. There's always people doing kind of interesting other things, but for the most part, it's English teachers and translators. There's a lot of people that come with the JET program, and some of them are members of what's called the CIR group, which is Coordinator for International Relations. And they do some mainly translation work, but they also do some kind of like international exchange work between the local prefectural government and the foreign community. But yeah, again, if you talk to anybody who's a native English speaker living in Japan, chances are that they are an English teacher. Okay, next question. Let's see. How's the 3D printing movement over there? What's the fear of the new tech over there? 3D printing? I haven't seen anything about 3D printing.
I've seen some at the stores.
Really?
Yeah, I went to Yodobashi and they had one store. I think it was the printer floor or something, and they were promoting 3D printers, but they're hella expensive.
Do you remember which one it was? Was it the MakerBot?
Shoot, I can't remember what name it was.
So, yeah, see, Japan is kind of an interesting country, I think, because it's really heavily steeped in technology, like in places like Akihabara, and it is really cutting-edge technology in places like Akihabara. But everywhere else you go, the technology, it's relatively, I don't know, mainstream, I guess. At least I haven't noticed those really kind of very, very diehard tech enthusiast groups cropping up in places like Tokushima, for example. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, people are really into technology here, but it's more like mainstream technology. And, 3D printers have definitely not broken into the mainstream yet. And whereas, like, in the United States, you have, like, a very, I don't know, kind of vocal or active group of people who are into, really cutting-edge technology, non-mainstream tech, like 3D printing. I don't know. I feel like, especially outside of the bigger metropolitan areas, it's a little bit more uncommon. But no, unfortunately, I haven't seen any 3D printing out in my neck of the woods. It's pretty cool that you can actually buy them at Yodobashi Camera. So.
Yeah. On the train, I saw an ad, or not an ad. Yeah, it was an ad for a magazine talking about Google Glass.
Really?
Yeah, so I was like, oh, finally, Japan's getting its hands on Google Glass, I guess.
Like buy Google Glass or like...
It's not by Google Glass. It was kind of like news magazine type of ad.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like before I came to the country, I had this expectation of everybody in Japan being, as geeky or nerdy about technology as myself. But I mean, when it comes down to it, people do like their tech and they have a lot of it, I guess. But it's all like it's mainstream technology for the most part. I feel like, I don't know, again, maybe in a place like Akihabara in Tokyo or Osaka's Denden Town, you get more tinkerers, but yeah, I feel like people don't tinker as much with their tech as they do in the United States. Although I could be completely off on that. Maybe I haven't just delved into those communities in the more rural areas. Anyway, next question. Yeah. This is kind of an interesting one. Let's see. Is metal detecting allowed in Japan on the beach or private land? Any kind of laws protecting the history? Metal detecting?
I've never seen a metal detector in Japan, now that I think about it.
Well, so there are some really beautiful beaches in Japan, but a lot of beaches have a lot of crap on them. I can't imagine a metal detector being very useful in that kind of situation. I've never seen one in Japan either. Like, you never see old dudes kind of walking around parks or beaches scanning back and forth with the metal detector. I'm not sure about that one.
Maybe I should try it.
Yeah, you might make a
Go for some treasure hunting.
What else? KMY.
Can I answer one?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's not really a question, but KMY KZY says, I don't see any Shingeki no Kyojin in the background. I am now disappointed.
I'm disappointed too.
I'm going to stand up and show my shirt. And then show you my, what is this? My pocket mirror. Oh,
nice.
And actually, at Kansai Airport, I gave in about Volume 1.
Nice. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, I see. Did you read on the plane back?
Yep.
Oh, okay. What'd you think?
It just like you said, it does skip around.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of chronology, it's completely different from the anime, right? The anime kind of like goes in order. I was really confused when I first read the first couple volumes of the book because it does skip around. I was like, wait, did I miss something? Anyway, let's see. What else is next? No Shingeki no Kyojin. What's going on with the Om Shinrikyo? Are they still around? Yes, they are. The Om Shinrikyo was the famous cults that carried out the sarin gas attacks in the Tokyo subway in '96, I think, or sometime in the '90s. But yeah, actually, the cults, the religion, is still around. However, of course, the leader and everybody affiliated with the sarin gas attacks is either in jail or has been executed. But yeah, the religion is still around. So if you want to join, there you go. But they're kind of a shadow of what they used to be, and they are incredibly closely monitored by the government. What else? What made you start the Bad Communication podcast? I've been a viewer for over a year, and yet I don't know where Bad Communication comes from. A good question. Do you know, Alex?
I don't know, actually.
Really? So allow me to enlighten you all. So Andrew and I started this a long time ago when I started a kind of a crowdsourced restaurant review websites. And we started making video reviews of various restaurants that we went to. And we kind of realized that was a little bit too difficult. So we turned it into Andrew wanted to do a vlog at that point. And I was just kind of bored. So we decided to turn it into a kind of two-person vlog, which after many, many, many episodes became the Bad Communication podcast and then Bad Communication netcast. We've been doing it for years now. Bad Communication, of course, comes from the fact that, we are native English speakers living in Japan, kind of a lost in translation type title. But beyond that, actually, Bad Communication is a hit song by the very popular group, Japanese group Bees. They're kind of a rock pop band. One of their songs is titled Bad Communication. I can't play it, unfortunately, because it is still a popular and copyrighted song. But yeah, that's where the title comes from. If you guys do a search on YouTube for uppercase B apostrophe Z space Bad Communication, you'll find their music video. It's a pretty catchy song if you guys get a chance.
I've never heard that song.
Really?
I think I'll...
Dun 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 dun. Anyway, anything else? Let's see. What happened to Cool Man Ben? Oh, he's still around, I think. Talk to him every now and again. Let's see. If they were flying in the air, then the G is in 9.8 meters per second. Okay, whatever. I'm not a physicist, dude. All right. Let's see. So Tuon Marino is actually asking you, Alex, do you like blackjack / old manga?
I love blackjack.
What's blackjack?
Blackjack is the manga written by Osamu Tezuka, who did Astro Boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the not mad scientist. He's like a free-going doctor. I guess that's the best way to see it. He's like a super doctor, but he's not. He doesn't have his own office or anything. He's a what's the word?
Like a Ronin doctor.
Yeah.
Like a masterless samurai, except doctor.
Yeah, and he's able to do all these amazing surgeries and stuff, and he demands tons of crazy money. But it's a really good manga. I like it. I've never actually read the volumes. In convenience stores they have the special editions where they have special chapters bound together.
Right.
The big books, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I've read a ton of those, and Blackjack's pretty cool. Other old manga. I actually like. There's a new movie coming out for it, Captain Harlock.
I don't know that one.
It's the author is what's his name? Matsumoto Reiji, I think. He did Galaxy Train 39 or something.
Right.
That type of artist. And when I was in the States, actually, when my Japanese friends actually let me borrow her Captain Harlock volumes, they were pretty cool.
Oh, no way.
So I might check out that movie too.
What about in terms of new manga? Of course, Shingeki no Kyojin has kind of exploded on the scene recently. Is there anything new that you're reading or watching these days?
Uh, I'm reading Silver Spoon, which is it's a it's about a guy from Sapporo, Hokkaido, who goes to a farming high school,
Really?
and it's actually written by the same author as Full Metal Alchemist.
Really?
Yes, and it's completely different from Full Metal Alchemist, but it's pretty pretty interesting.
That's kind of one of the interesting things about manga. Like every time, so like I talk to friends or students, they say, oh, there's this really great manga that I'm reading. You should definitely pick it up. And obviously my first question is, well, what's it about? And you always get these really interesting responses like, oh, okay, so it's a really great manga. It's about like these basketball players and they're on a basketball team and it's really great drama. There's like love stories and aggression. Oh yeah, and they're all in wheelchairs. It's like what? But yeah, I mean, of course, it's actually apparently a very famous manga. It wasn't Slam Dunk. I forgot the name of it.
Wait, is that actual manga?
Yeah, no, it really is. It's
I've never heard of that. Wow.
yeah. No, I mean, it's really interesting when you get pitched or when you hear the pitches for these manga, because they're always like things that you would never imagine going together, and like you would never see. I mean, there's no way that that TV show would ever be produced in the United States, for example. But in the world of manga, you can get away with a lot of really cool stuff. Anyway, any other questions? What's the deal with airline food? No. All right, I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the show, Alex. Any last things you want to chat about before we clock out?
I thought I had something, but my mind just went blank.
Okay. Hey, well, once again, it was really great chatting with our viewers. We'll do this again sometime in the future. But starting next week, we'll go back to our regular format, which is the kind of weird and quirky news out of Japan. And of course, we'll be live every Monday morning at 10 a.m. in Japan, which is Sunday evening at 9 p.m. in the United States, and Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know what time it is in the UK. I think it's like 2 a.m. or something. Crazy. Anyway, if you would like to find our show notes with links to all of the articles we talked about today, you can find it over at badcommunicationjapan.com or shoot us an email, badcompodcast@gmail.com. I think that's about it for today, right?
I believe so.
All right, cool. Well, as always, we do have to get the hell out of here for now. So once again, my name is Hiroki Matsuuchi.
And I'm Alex Kobayashi.
And this is Bad Communication. We live in a country that is ripe for the metal detection picking. See you guys next time. Bye.
Or on the beach. Bye.
On the beach. In the park. In a plane. In a train. Done and done.